What Kaspa is doing here is addressing what we often call the blockchain trilemma, the challenge of simultaneously achieving decentralization, security, and scalability. Most networks sacrifice one to get to the other two. Kaspa's Crescendo hard fork makes a serious attempt to keep all three intact.
What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, at the making of this recording, Bitcoin surged past the 100K mark. BTC has always spearheaded every bull run, so this may be signs of the continuation of the 2025 bull run.
What other cryptocurrency should you buy? What's the next Bitcoin? Well,
prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Now, before we continue, Crypto Crew, always remember to protect your crypto investments. Self-custody is key, and in my personal opinion, the Tangent Wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage out there. So if you wish to order your Tangent Wallet today, you can get 10% off using code CryptoCrew. Check out the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
Last trade, 2 Bitcoin for $100,000 a piece.
$11 a piece.
It's just
That's
amazing
to me. I mean, just look at this graph.
Look at this graph.
You see this graph? That's the last.
This is just the last
hours.
3 minutes.
Give me a second. I'll switch it up.
There it is. It just happened right here. Crescendo, 1 block per second to 10 blocks per second. It's here. It's here. I did not know this was gonna happen. That's kind of funny. Wow.
Crypto Crew, objectively speaking, running on 10 BPS is historical, not just for Kaspa, but for the entire crypto ocean. A scalable proof of work, Bitcoin on internet speed, which so far was deemed impossible. However, not many big crypto influencers have actually shared this news just yet. Altcoin Daily, which has over 1.6 million subs on YouTube, did cover Kaspa a few months back, yet hasn't reported on Kaspa's successful and historical upgrade. Rather chose to cover Ethereum, which interestingly launched their upgrade days after the Kaspa Crescendo.
Ethereum set for major overhaul with Pectra upgrade on May 7th. And in layman's terms, this is good for Ethereum. This will update scalability, efficiency, user experience. But the two specific things that will change, a centerpiece of the Pectra upgrade is EIP 7702, an important step towards account abstraction. So this is what improves user experience. This proposal enables external owned accounts, EOAs, to function more like smart contracts, unlocking features such as transaction batching, gas fee sponsorship, which allows users to pay gas in tokens other than Ethereum, and more flexible account recovery mechanisms. So account abstraction is huge for user experience, very much needed. This is something similar to what other ETH competitors like Solana, like Supra, like Sui already have something like this. So it's good Ethereum is catching up. These enhancements are expected to make Ethereum wallets far more user-friendly, reducing friction for both new and experienced users. And then the second big upgrade out of two is EIP 7251. It raises the staking limit for validators from 32 ETH to now 2,048 Ethereum. This reform is particularly beneficial for institutional participants and large-scale stakers, allowing them to operate more efficiently by reducing the number of validator nodes they need to manage. So right now, if an institutional player like BlackRock, for example, wanted to stake their Ethereum, they would need to just have many different validators, 32 ETH, 32 ETH, 32 ETH, for hundreds of validators. Now they can just have one filled with 2,048 Ethereum. So in a way, this does make Ethereum staking more centralized, yet opens up the floodgates for institutionals to buy, accumulate, and stake.
Did you hear that, Crypto Crew? This upgrade makes Ethereum more centralized. I mean, this is why I keep saying ad nauseum, Ethereum is Kaspa's failing dad. Keep in mind, Crypto Crew, this Pectra upgrade came just days after Kaspa's Crescendo. Not only is he aware of the competition, I'm sure Vitalik Buterin considers Kaspa as a serious challenger. Then there's BSC News, which has over 1.2 million followers on X at the making of this recording, which unlike all Altcoin Daily did cover Kaspa's historical milestone.
Most chains, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, use a linear structure where blocks are added one after another. This can create bottlenecks. In contrast, Kaspa uses something called a BlockDAG structure. DAG stands for Directed Acyclic Graph. In simple terms, Kaspa is designed to accept multiple blocks at the same time rather than forcing them into a strict queue. Now, with Crescendo, Kaspa turns that up to 11, or rather to 10 blocks per second. That's 10 times more throughput. Blocks are now created every 100 milliseconds instead of every 1,000. That means faster confirmations, shorter wait times, and a much smoother experience for users. Imagine sending a transaction and getting near instant confirmation. That's what Crescendo is trying to deliver. But this wasn't just a flip of the switch upgrade. The Crescendo hard fork is the result of years of planning and testing, specifically under what was called KIP-14, the Kaspa improvement proposal that laid out all the technical details. This proposal covered everything from block production rates to protocol updates, finality, depth, and even storage management. The move to 10 BPS introduces a new set of challenges, especially around data storage. Faster blocks mean more data flying around, and to help with that, Crescendo introduced a new retention period days setting. This allows node operators to decide how long they want to store historical data. By default, the pruning period is dropping from about 50 hours to 30 hours, which means the network keeps less data unless the node operator adjusts it. It's a clever way to maintain performance without overwhelming the hardware running these nodes. Another key piece is Protocol version 7. This is the new peer-to-peer communication layer that nodes use to talk to each other. Starting 24 hours before the hard fork on May 4th, nodes began exclusively connecting with others using this new protocol version. So if you didn't upgrade your node software, you were effectively kicked off the main network. This wasn't an optional update, it was a must. Crescendo also tweaked other important parameters. The BlockDAG K parameter, which controls how many blocks can be safely processed in parallel, has increased from 18 to 124. The maximum number of parent blocks a new block can reference also jumps from 10 to 16. These changes help manage the higher block frequency and prevent congestion or accidental forks. Zooming out a little, what Kaspa is doing here is addressing what we often call the blockchain trilemma, the challenge of simultaneously achieving decentralization, security, and scalability. Most networks sacrifice one to get to the other two. Kaspa's Crescendo hard fork makes a serious attempt to keep all three intact. It's still proof of work, so it hasn't given up on security. It's still permissionless and open source, preserving decentralization. And remember, Kaspa didn't start with VC money or private token sales. It had a fair launch back in November of 2021. No pre-mine, no airdrops, no insider allocations, just code and community. Today, it's valued at over $2.36 billion in market cap, and it's just one of the few coins that's managed to steadily grow without media hype or flashy marketing. Per reports, the team is working on future upgrades with some test nets already showing performance up to 32 blocks per second and future goals aiming at 100 blocks per second. Kaspa is also exploring ZK rollups, layer 2 technologies that would let apps scale even further without losing the network's core security and decentralization. To sum it up, Crescendo is more than just a version number. It's the moment Kaspa steps out of the shadows and shows that proof-of-work blockchains can be fast, secure, and scalable. It challenges the idea that high throughput means centralization, and it might just be the start of something much bigger.
Shout out to BSC News. Kaspa is far from a finished article at the making of this recording. That means all of the upside is still to come. Not financial advice, of course, just my conviction I share with conviction.
There is one crypto that has actually solved the blockchain trilemma and is now officially the fastest proof-of-work crypto, and by a landslide. Kaspa has now officially updated and switched over to their Crescendo hard fork, now running at 10 blocks per second. Kaspa before this upgrade was previously running at about a block per second, which means it was pushing almost 400 transactions per second. But with this upgrade here, it is now essentially able to do over 4,000 transactions per second as a proof of work crypto, maintaining decentralization, scalability, and security. To put it in comparison for you, Bitcoin is only able to do one block every 10 minutes and maybe 7 transactions per second. They are still even upgrading this further and are going to be working on getting it to do even more transactions and blocks in an even quicker amount of time because it uses DAG technology. So unlike Bitcoin, which is blocks after each other, this can actually make them parallel and simultaneously. You guys know I've been talking about Kaspa since it was less than a half of a penny, and this is exactly why. Because it is the only crypto to actually solve the blockchain trilemma, and I think it is a matter of time before this is in the $1 to $3 range, potentially even this cycle. This is an insane technology, and the cool thing about it too is it has halvings even more often than Bitcoin, so that supply is cut even shorter. It is the only crypto other than Bitcoin to not pay for any exchanges, and it's on some major ones already as well. It's also the only other crypto other than Bitcoin that was completely fair launched with no VCs, no angel investors or anything. Just completely fair launched.
Shout out to you, sir. And with the 2025 bull run seemingly about to enter the next phase, I believe this will coincide with Kaspa's developments, leading to much needed adoption whilst offering solutions to real world issues. But always remember, crypto crew, to study the market and conduct your own research.
I really think the technology behind Kaspa is unique and is going to work in a cash-based system.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.